Okay, let me see. Okay, cool. Welcome to your beginner flow. We're going to do a slow beginner flow today. So if you need water, grab water, a towel. If you need a block, if you don't have one, grab a big book. And we're going to meet on our mats in just a few minutes, as soon as I post the link on the website. Okay, cool. Okay, we are good to go. Let's get started laying on our backs in Shavasana. Take the soles of your feet together and open your legs out like a book. So Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe you take your left hand to your heart, your right hand to your lower belly. Start to deepen your breath. Taking a deep breath in through your nose, feel your belly rise with air. Your ribs expand. Deepest inhale. Audible exhale through your mouth. Sigh it out. 2 more, just like that. Deepest inhale through your nose, filling your belly with air. Your ribs expand. Hold it at the top. Sigh it out. Last one. Seal your lips. Start to begin your Ujjayi breathing, your breath of fire. So that's constricting your throat to sound like ocean waves. Bring in some heat in your body. Remember, if you ever need to cool off, take inhales through your nose and audible exhales through your mouth. Take a few more rounds of breath here, grounding yourself. Maybe just thanking your body for showing up this morning. Feeling your heartbeat in your left hand, the rise and the fall of your belly in your right. Slowly flicker open your eyes. Close your knees in like a book. Point your toes to the top of your mat. Reach your hands behind you. Take that good morning stretch. Ooh. Bring both knees into your chest. Kick them up to the ceiling. We're going to throw ourselves into some core work. So plant your palms into the mat. We're going to pulse our booty up and down. So slowly lift your booty up off the floor, an inch off the floor. Then lower it down. We're going to do a total of 8. 8, 7, 6, And control yourself. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your legs back down. Put your hands on your knees. We're going to make circles. One direction with your tailbone grounded down on the mat. Once you do a few in one direction, switch directions. Go the opposite direction. Then cross your ankles. Rock and roll the length of your spine 2 to 3 times until you make your way into a tabletop position, stacking your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over knees. We're going to do a few rounds of cat-cows whenever you're ready. Inhale, drop your belly as your gaze goes up. Exhale, round your spine, try to push the floor away. Inhale as your gaze goes up. Exhale, round your spine, try to gaze at your belly button. Do a few more rounds on your own. Maybe add in some hip wags. Maybe flip your fingers back to face your knees. Wrist circles. Wherever you are, you have 3 more rounds of breath. Back to neutral position. We're going to thread the needle. Right hand comes up high. Weave it under your left, bringing your right ear down to the mat. Maybe you keep your left palm where it is or reach for the top of your mat. Push your right fingertips into the floor. Try to spiral your chest to the ceiling. We're here for 2 more rounds of breath. Left palm comes back to the mat. Right hand comes up high. Ground it down. 1 round of cat-cows. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up. Exhale, round your spine, pushing the floor away. Back to neutral position. Left hand comes up high. Weave it under your right, bringing your left ear down to the mat. Maybe your right palm stays where it is, or if you were reaching for the top of your mat, try that on this side, pushing your left fingertips into the floor. 2 more rounds of breath. Right palm comes back to the mat. Left hand comes up high. Ground it down. 1 round of cat-cows. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up. Exhale, round your spine, pushing the floor away. Back to a neutral position. Right foot extends to the back of your mat, flexing your foot and dialing your hip down. Deep breath in. On your exhale, crunch your elbow to your knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch over to your knee. Get it up high. Lengthen it out. Crunch it together. 1 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. Lengthen it out. Drop it down to the mat. Switch out sides. Left foot extends back, flexing it and dialing your hip down. Deep breath in. Exhale, crunch to your elbow. Engaging your core, tightening it. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch. 2 more. Lengthen it out. Crunch it together. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Lengthen it out. Drop it down to the mat. Tuck your toes. Make your way into your first down dog. Maybe bending one knee, straightening the other. Any kind of movement you need to make to settle into your first down dog. Spread your fingertips wide, pushing your chest onto your thighs. If you have tight hamstrings like I do, maybe have a generous bend in your knees so that you can push your torso closer to your thighs. Inhale, come up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, sink your heels. 1 more. Inhale, come up onto your tippy toes. Exhale, sink your heels. Deep breath in through your nose. On your exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Separate your feet hip-width distance apart. Have a generous bend in your knees. So maybe 2 fists in the middle of your feet. So generous bend in your knees. Grab onto opposite elbows and hang like a rag doll, bringing the crown of your head as low to the mat as you can. Maybe you find stillness, or maybe sway side to side. If you want to get that shoulder stretch, interlace your hands behind you, pushing the palms towards the top of your mat. So punching towards the top of your mat. Whichever option you choose, we're here for 3 more rounds of breath. Hands release to the mat. Heel toe your feet together. Slowly rise up vertebrae by vertebrae. The last thing that will come up will be your head. Inhale, mountain. Bring your hands heart center. Shut down your eyes. 2 rounds of breath here. Maybe you're setting your intention. Flicker open your eyes. Inhale, mountain. Open arm twist to the right, gazing over your right shoulder. So push your right hip forward to be in line with your left. Inhale, center. Open arm twist to the left, gazing over your left shoulder, pushing your left hip forward. Inhale, center. Cactus your arms, bring your elbows to your kidneys. Dive it down. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step or hop back to a high plank. So we're in a high plank, stacking our shoulders over our wrists, toes over our, ankles over our toes. We're gonna drop down, knees, chest, chin. So drop down to your knees, touch your knees, chest, chin to the mat, sticking your booty up in the air. Baby cobra, slither down, baby cobra, pushing your palms into the mat, tweezing your shoulder blades together. Feet are back on the mat as well, so laces down. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. On your exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Beautiful job, guys. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Mountain, rise up strong. Open arm twist to the right, gazing over your right shoulder, bumping your right hip forward. Inhale, center. Open arm twist to the left, gazing over your left shoulder. Inhale, center. Cactus your arms, mini back bend. Dive it down. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step or hop back to a high plank. We're gonna drop down to knees, chest, chin. So drop down to your knees, chest, chin, sticking your booty up in the air. Slither up to baby cobra. Palms can press into the mat or hover. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. On your exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Mountain, rise up strong. Open arm twist to the right, gazing over your right shoulder. Inhale, center. Open arm twist to the left. Inhale through center. Cactus your arms, mini back bend. Dive it down. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step or hop back, high plank. Stacking your shoulders over your wrists. We're gonna drop down, knees, chest, chin, sticking your booty up in the air. Slither to cobra, baby cobra. Pushing your palms into the mat, lifting your chest a few inches off the mat. Push back down dog. Deep breath in. On your exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Beautiful job. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Mountain, rise up strong. Open arm twist to the right. Gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, centered. Open arm twist to the left. Gazing over your left shoulder. Inhale through center. Cactus your arms, mini back bend. Dive it down. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step or hop back. Option to take full chaturanga or drop down to your knees. Come halfway down, squeezing your elbows into your ribs. Tuck your toes. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Right leg comes up high. Bend at your knee to open your hips. Hip circles one direction, then go the other direction. If you're ready to flip your dog, go for it. If not, continue making hip circles. Back to a three-legged. Plant your foot in the middle of your palms. Warrior one. Strong rise up. 90-degree bend in your right knee. Relax your shoulders. Make sure you have active fingertips. 2 more rounds of breath. Remember, every exhale, try to sink a little bit deeper in your bending knee. Last deep breath in. Sinking a little bit deeper. Bind your hands at the base of your spine. Puff up your chest. Humble warrior, folding over your bent knee. So your right shoulder comes to the inside of your right knee. Last round of breath. Try to keep the bind. Release the bind back to warrior one. Deep breath in. Hands to mat. Step your right to your left. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Remember, it's always option to skip chaturangas and go straight to down dog. This is your practice. I'm just your guide. Left leg comes up high. Bend at your knee to open your hips. Hip circles one direction, then switch out sides, go the other. If you're ready to flip your dog on this side, go for it. If not, continue to make hip circles. Back to a three-legged. Plant your foot in the middle of your palms. Warrior one. Make sure your feet are planted and ready before you rise up. 2 rounds of breath. Sinking low, relaxing your shoulders. Bind your hands at the base of your spine. Puff up your chest. Humble warrior, folding over your bent knee. So your left shoulder comes to your left knee, the inside of your left knee. One more round of breath. Release the bind back to a warrior one. Deep breath in. Hands to mat. Step your left to your right. Chaturanga. Halfway down. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. On your exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Beautiful. Inhale to halfway lift, flat back. Forward fold. Mountain, rise up strong. Hands heart center. Inhale, mountain. Dive it down. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step or hop back. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Right leg comes up high. Bend at your knee. Open your hips. Hip circles. Maybe you're ready to flip your dog now. If you are, slow and controlled. Flip your dog, lifting your hips high. Maybe you knock your head back. Slowly flip back over to a three-legged dog. Plant your foot in the middle of your palms. Warrior one. Strong rise up. How low can you go? Last round of breath. Bind your hands at the base of your spine. Puff up your chest. Humble warrior. Folding over your bent knee. Keeping the bind. Try to punch your hands to the top of your mat. Last round of breath. Release the bind back to warrior one. Deep breath in. Hands to mat. Step your right to your left. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Side out. Left leg comes up high. Bend at your knee to open your hips. Hip circles. Or flipping your dog on this side. Remember, slow and controlled. Flipping back to a three-legged dog. Plant your foot in the middle of your palms, warrior one. Strong rise up, stacking your knee over your ankle. Relax your shoulders, spiral your pinkies inward. Last round of breath. Bind your hands at the base of your spine. Puff up your chest, humble warrior, folding over your bent knee. So punch your palms to the top of your mat. One more round of breath. Release the bind back to warrior one. Deep breath in. Hands to mat. Step your left to your right. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Side out. Drop down to your knees. We're going to take a puppy pose. I do like to cue breaks in my class. So stack your hips over your knees. Reach for the top of your mat, bringing your forehead down. Deepen your breath. Maybe you towel off, grab a sip of water. Y'all are doing awesome. Keep this up. We just have a little bit more that we're going to be adding on. So take a few more rounds of breath in your puppy pose. Remember, if your mind's starting to wander, try to bring it back to your breath. Count your inhales, count your exhales. We're here for 4 more rounds of breath. Slowly rise back up to a tabletop position. Tuck your toes, down dog. We are going to add in a little bit of core work. But remember, it's always option to skip the core work and stay in down dog. But try it. You never know what could happen. Right leg comes up high. Right knee to nose. Tap, maybe give it a kiss. Inhale it back up, three-legged. Plant your foot on the outside of your mat, so like a lizard lunge. Keeping your left knee hovered. Staying up on your palms. We're here for 2 rounds of breath. Maybe you rock forward and backward, getting that ankle stretch in your left ankle. Bring your chin away from your chest so that you can breathe. Last round of breath. Drop your back knee down, untuck your back toes. Come out to the razor blade edge of your right foot. So you're opening up your hips. Maybe with your right palm, open up your right hip. So pushing it open on your right knee. Gazing over your right shoulder. Just breathe. Last round of breath. Come back to center. Heel toe your foot to the middle of your mat, so you're framing your right foot. Tuck your back toes, high crescent. Squaring your hips to the center of the room, sinking low. 90-degree bend in your right foot. Try to straighten your left leg as much as you can. Relax your shoulders. Deep breath in. Sink a little bit lower. One more deep breath in. Sink a little bit lower. Spiral open warrior two. Tucking your tailbone, keeping the bend in your right knee. Tweeze your shoulder blades together. We're here for 2 more rounds of breath. Gaze down your pointer finger. Make sure you have active arms. Flip your palm reverse warrior, gazing at your top hand. Keeping the bend in your right knee. Last round of breath. Back to a warrior two. Deep breath in. Hands heart center. Side yogi squat to the back of your mat. So Skandasana to the back of your mat. Have an upward facing dog in your chest. Skandasana to the top of your mat. So option to drop your hands to the mat and crawl to the top. Coming back, hands heart center. Or try to not use your hands. One more round of breath. Hands to mat. Pivot to the top, framing your right foot, standing splits. Launch off your back foot, dialing your hip down. Option for Shiva squats here. Maybe you bring your right hand heart center. Deep breath in. Squat it down low, bringing your left knee behind your right calf. Inhale it back up. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Inhale it back up. Left foot comes to meet your right. Chair pose. Deep bend in your knees. Slowly peel your torso off your thighs. Deep breath in. Sink a little bit lower. Make sure you can still wiggle your toes. One more deep breath in. Sink a little bit lower. Hands heart center. Hook and twist to the right side. So hook your left elbow on your right knee. So keep your hands heart center so you can open your chest to the right side of your room. Look down. Make sure your left knee is in line with your right. One more round of breath. Back to center. Hands plant down. Step your right foot back. Step your left foot back. Downward facing dog. Pedal your dog out. Deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out. Beautiful. Left leg comes up high. Knee to nose. Kiss. Inhale it back up, 3-legged. Plant your foot on the outside of your left palm. So like a lizard lunge, we're going to hold it here for 3 rounds of breath, maybe shifting your weight forward and backward to get that ankle stretch in. Last round of breath here. Drop your back knee down, untuck your back toes. Come onto the razor blade edge of your left foot. With your left palm, push your left knee open. Gaze over your left shoulder. Last round of breath. Both hands come back to your mat. Heel toe your foot to the middle of your mat, so you're framing your foot with your hands. Tuck your back toes, high crescent. Make sure your feet are planted and ready before you rise up. Ooh, wobbly, see? 2 rounds of breath. Sinking low, square your hips to the center. So bring your hands to your hips. They're like your headlights. So push them to the center of the room. Pushing your right hip forward, pushing your left hip back. Last round of breath. Spiral open warrior two. Tucking your tailbone. Keeping the bend in your left knee. Tweezing your shoulder blades together. Last round of breath. Gaze down your pointer finger. Flip your palm, reverse warrior, gazing at your top hand. Back to a warrior two. Deep breath in. Hands heart center. Side yogi squat to the back of your mat. So Skandasana to the back of your mat. Skandasana to the top of your mat. So side yogi, squat to the top of your mat. Hands come down to the mat. Pivot to the top, framing your left foot. Standing splits. Launch off your back foot, dialing your hip down. We're going to do some Shiva squats here. Bring your left hand heart center. Deep breath in. Squat your right knee behind your left calf. Inhale it back up. Squat it down low. 4, 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale it back up. Right foot comes to meet your left. Chair pose. Deep bend in your knees. Peel your torso away from your thighs. Deep breath in. Sink low. One more deep breath in. Sink a little bit lower. Hands heart center. Hook and twist to the left side. So your right elbow is going to hook onto your left knee. Keeping your hands heart center so you can open your chest to the left side of the room. Look down. Make sure your knees are in line. One more round of breath. Hands to mat. Step your left foot back. Step your right foot back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Beautiful job, guys. We're going to do that one more time. Right leg comes up high. Knee to nose. Crunch it in. Inhale it back up. Plant your foot on the outside of your mat, so a lizard lunge. 2 rounds of breath. Maybe rocking forward and backward. Drop your back knee down, untuck your back toes. Come onto the razor blade edge of your right foot. Pushing your right knee open with your right palm. Back to center. Heel toe your foot to the middle of your mat. So framing your right foot with your hands. Tuck your back toes, high crescent, slowly lifting up. Spiral open, warrior 2. Tucking your tailbone. Commit to the bend in your right knee. Flip your palm, reverse warrior. Maybe you take the bind with your left hand going around your lower back. Back to warrior 2. Deep breath in. Hands heart center. Skandasana to the back of your mat, bending into your left knee. Upward facing dog in your chest. Skandasana to the top of your mat. Hands come to the mat. Pivot to the top of your mat, framing your right foot. Standing splits. Launch off your back foot. Maybe you wrap your right hand around your calf. Maybe you wrap both hands around your calf. Try to challenge yourself. Maybe you take some handstand hops here this round. 2 more rounds of breath. Left foot comes to meet your right. Chair pose. Peel your torso away from your thighs. Hands can come up or bring them heart center. 2 rounds of breath. Sink lower. 1 more round of breath. Sinking a little bit lower. Bring your hands heart center if they're not already. Hook and twist to the right side, so hooking your left elbow on your right knee. Sink a little bit lower. Come back to center. Palms plant down. Right foot steps back. Left foot steps back. Downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Side out. Last side. Left leg comes up high. Knee to nose. Crunch it in. Inhale it back up. Plant your foot on the outside of your left palm for a lizard lunge. Staying up on your right knee. Maybe moving forward and backward. 1 more round of breath. Drop your back knee down, untucking your toes. Come onto the razor blade edge of your left foot. Pushing your left knee open with your left palm. Gaze over your left shoulder. Both palms come down to the mat. Heel toe your foot to the middle of your mat. So we're framing your foot with your hands. Tuck your back toes, high crescent. Squaring your hips to the center. Relax your shoulders. One more round of breath here. On your exhale, spiral open, warrior two. So tuck your tailbone, no Beyonce booties here. Reach in opposite directions. One more round of breath. Flip your palm, reverse warrior. Take the bind with your right hand going around your lower back. Back to warrior two. Deep breath in. Hands heart center. Skandasana to the back of your mat, bending into your right knee. Skandasana to the top of your mat. Maybe you're not using your hands. Maybe you drop your hands to the floor. Now, drop your hands to the floor. Pivot to the top of your mat, framing your left foot. Standing splits. Launch off your back foot. Maybe you try handstand hops on this side, or maybe you wrap your left hand around your calf. Maybe you wrap your right hand around your calf. Challenge yourself on this side. 2 more rounds of breath. Right foot comes to meet your left. Chair pose. Last chair pose. Who's excited? Deep breath in. Squat it lower. One more deep breath in. Sink a little bit lower. Hands heart center. Hook and twist to the left side. So your right elbow is coming to your left knee. Sink a little bit lower. Hands to mat. Step your left foot back. Step your right foot back. Downward facing dog. Beautiful job. Drop down to your knees. Take a child's pose. Maybe towel off a little bit. Woo. Okay, since we were doing a lot of hip openers like lizard lunge and skandasanas, we are gonna try a yogi squat. So, let's see, I'm gonna turn and face y'all. So, if you're in a child's pose, slowly come up to a tabletop position, pushing back to a downward facing dog. We're gonna come into a lizard lunge again, and then this time we're gonna step the left foot to meet your right. So right leg comes up high, planted on the outside of your right palm. Now we're gonna jump your left foot to your outer edge of your left palm. So I'm gonna turn to y'all. So you're gonna look like you're a frog, squatting down low. Bring your hands heart center. Maybe you rock side to side. If you have that block or that big book with you and you need a little bit more stability, pop it underneath your booty. So it'll help you sit down. If not, try to hover. But push your legs open with your hands. So bring your hands heart center. Sometimes I get tongue twisted. Sway side to side. Whenever you're ready to get out of this, plant your palms onto the mat, slowly lifting up your legs. Maybe you give it a wiggle, shimmy side to side. Heel toe your feet together. Slowly roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. The last thing that'll come up will be your head. Inhale, mountain. Dive it down. Halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back to a high plank, drop down to your knees. We're going to thread the needle again because I love that pose. Right hand comes up high. Weave it under your left, bringing your right ear down to the mat. Maybe this time you take the bind around your lower back. Left palm comes back down. Right hand comes up high. Ground it down. Switch out sides. Left hand comes up high. Weave it under your right, bringing your left ear down to the mat. Maybe take the bind on the other side since you're a little bit more warmed up. Right palm comes down. Left hand shoots back up to the sky. Plant it back down. Cross your eggs. Cross your legs. Sling them out in front of you however you want to get there. So crisscrossed. Inhale your hands above your head. Twisting to the right. Left hand comes to your right knee. Right hand plants directly behind you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. One more. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist a little more. Back to center. Switching to the left side. Right hand comes to your left knee. Left hand directly behind you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist. Gaze over your left shoulder. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Back to center. Fold over your mat. Try to grab for the top of your mat, pushing your tailbone down. Slowly roll back up. Extend your legs out in front of you. Hands come out too. Last little bit of core work. Slowly roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Make it slow like you're moving through mud. Last thing that'll come down will be your head. Bring your right knee into your chest. Give it 2 to 3 squeezes. Then ground down your left hip with your left palm. Pull your right knee up and over to the right side. Maybe you point and flex your right foot. Maybe get some ankle rolls. Half happy baby on the right side. Grab onto the razor blade edge of your foot and pull down, or your calf, whichever is accessible to you. Maybe you bend your leg and straighten it. Slowly come back to center. Tee out your arms. Roll your leg to the left side of the mat, tucking it behind your right knee. Gaze to the right. Maybe with your left palm, try to ground down your right knee. Deep breath in. Twist a little bit more. Back to center. Switch out legs. Right leg extends to the top of your mat, bringing your left knee into your chest. Give it 2 to 3 squeezes. Then ground down your right hip with your right palm, pulling your left knee up and over to the left side. Point and flex your left foot. Maybe ankle rolls. Half happy baby on the left side, grabbing onto the razor blade edge of your foot and pulling down. Maybe bending and straightening the left leg. Back to center. Tee out your arms, rolling your leg to the right side of the mat, tucking it behind your right knee. Gaze to the left. Try to pin your shoulders down on the mat. Maybe you plant your right palm on your left knee to try to ground it down. Deep breath in. Twist a little bit more. Back to center. Both knees come into your chest. Full happy baby. Grabbing onto the razor blade edges of your feet and pulling down. Maybe you're still here, or maybe you bend one leg, straighten the other. back to center. Plant your feet onto the mat, close enough so you could graze the back of your feet with your fingertips. We're going to come up for 2 bridge poses. So whenever you're ready, plant your palms into the mat, slowly lifting up, tucking your tailbone, squeeze your legs together like you're holding a block. If you have that book handy with you, stick it in between your legs, lifting your hips a little bit higher. 3 more rounds of breath. Pushing your palms into the mat, bring your chin away from your chest. Last round of breath. Slowly roll all the way down. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. Drop them to the right. Drop them to the left. Come back to center. Last bridge, or if you have full wheel in your practice, go for it. Try to practice it a little bit. If not, we're going to do another bridge pose. So, plant your palms into the mat, slowly lifting up your tailbone. Maybe you take the bind with your shoulders coming into your under your mat. Lift your hips a little bit higher. Maybe lift your right leg up. Maybe lift your left leg up. Last round of breath. Roll all the way down. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. Come back to center. Bring both knees back into your chest. Give yourself the biggest hug. Bring your forehead into your chest. Thank your body for showing up today. Take a deep breath in through your nose. On your exhale, explode out wide into Shavasana, taking up as much room as you like. Maybe palms down for grounding, or palms up for receiving energy. Shut down your eyes. Begin to deepen your breath. Release any tension that you have in your forehead. Let your eyes roll to the back of your head. With every exhale, try to melt a little bit deeper into your mat. Try to surrender. here as long as you like. But if you're ready to get on with your day, slowly start to bring movement back into your body, wiggling your toes, rubbing each fingertip with your thumb. Roll your ankles, roll out your wrists. Rock your head from side to side. Reach your hands behind you, point your toes to the top. Take that last good morning stretch. Bringing both knees into your chest, rolling onto your favorite side of the mat, using your bottom hand as a cradle. Fetal pose is the sign of rebirth. Starting a new blank page to your own chapter book. Remember that you can always come back to your mat to press this reset button and start a new blank page to your own chapter book. Doesn't matter how many times a day. Slowly push yourself up to a seated position with your eyes still closed. Bring your hands heart center. Sit up as tall as you can. Push your thumbs into your chest into your thumbs. Feel your heart beating. You are alive, you are here, and you are well. Cherish every moment that you have here. The light, the love in me truly honors and respects the light, the love in y'all. And so I say, namaste. Thank y'all so much. I wasn't even looking at the camera. Thank y'all so much for joining me this morning. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Again, my name is Candy. I will see y'all next time. Bye.